सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। So far, we have seen 10 gurus, 5 Mahabhutas: Prithvi, Vayu, Akasha, Apaha. Apaha means water, Agni. Then sun, moon. Then Kapotaha, pigeon. And the next one is python. And then this ocean. Last guru which we are seeing is the ocean. Ocean is a great example of fullness, used by even the Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter. Apuryamāṇamacala-pratishtham samudramāpah pravishanti yadvad tadvat kāmāyam pravishanti sarve sa shantimāpnoti na kāma kāmi. So while talking about a wise person in the 2nd chapter, the last part of the 2nd chapter, Bhagavan compared the wise person to the ocean. Just as all rivers, all waters fall into the ocean, but ocean is not elated, or the river stops flowing into the ocean, ocean is not dried up. Similarly, wise people, when the objects come or objects don't come, they remain full. They continue to have the sense of fulfillment, sense of fulfillment, sense of truptihi, satisfaction. So here also it is, we saw in the last class, this 21st shloka, Munihi prasanna gambhiraha durvigahyo duratyayah anantaparaha hi akshobhyaha stimitodaha iva arnavaha. And before I proceed, that in the shloka number 18, the Pushnan Kutu, who is Dirgha, it should be Rasva, short, Kutumbam. It's a printing mistake. So in this 21st shloka, it was said that Muni is like ocean. In what sense? Prasanna Gambhiraha, tranquil but profound. Durvigahyaha, unfathomable. Duratyayaha, one who cannot be overpowered. Anantaparaha, limitless. Akshobhyaha, akshobhya means undisturbed, cannot be disturbed. Like the ocean. That is how Munihi, a wise person, is. Now in the next shloka it is said that wise person is not elated or depressed by pleasant and unpleasant happenings. pleasant and unpleasant objects. That idea is given next shloka. Samruddha kamo hino va Narayana paro munihi Notsarpeta na shushyeta Saridbhiriva sagaraha. Yes. Samruddha kamaha hinaha va Narayana paraha munihi na utsarpeta na shushyeta saridbhihi iva sagaraha. In the previous shloka, the Anvaya is Munihi prasanna gambhiraha durvigahyaha duratyayaha anantaparaha hi akshobhyaha stimitoda arnavaha iva bhavati. Alright. So here it is said, this wise person is sagaraha iva, like the ocean. In what sense? Just as, Iva has got the idea, just as sagaraha, the ocean, na utsarpeta, is not overflowing. Na utsarpeta means would not overflow. Na shushyeta, would not be dried up. By what? Saridbhihi, by rivers, by the waters of rivers. Rivers will be flowing or not flowing. It does not make the ocean overflow or dry up. Similarly, this is the example. Similarly, Munihi. Munihi means a sage, a learned person. Na utsarpeta, would not be elated. Na utsarpeta we have to read twice. Na utsarpeta, would not be elated. Na shushyeta, would not grieve, would not be grieving. When samruddha kamaha, when this learned person happened to have lot of desirable objects. On Guru Purnima day, so many things people bring to this person. So many things, whatever. They want to express their gratitude, and therefore there are so many fruits and dress and all, so many things. Samruddha kamaha. So many sweets and all this. Samruddha kama is having abundance of the objects, desired objects. That is one situation. But Guru Purnima is not every day. So after a few days nobody comes. Hinaha. Hina means devoid of, not having any objects. So no fruit is there, no dry fruits, no sweet, and minimum dress, whatever dress he had already given away. So very little dress. Hinaha means not having the objects. Two situations. Too many objects, lot of objects are there. One situation. Other object is hina. Other situation is hinaha, no object, devoid of all objects. But in both the situations, na utsarpeta. So we have to connect samruddha kamaha. When he has got so many objects, he is not elated. Wow! Oh Lord, let there be Guru Purnima every day. He doesn't say that. So now utsarpeta means he is not elated. Wow, so many objects have come, so many dress have come. Now utsarpeta. And hinaha, when objects are not there or very little there, na shushyeta, not depressed, does not grieve. That nowadays people don't come to the ashram. Everybody wants online class only. nobody wants to come. That type of situation is not there. Na shushyeta, na does not grieve. What is the reason? Narayana paraha. Because he is committed to Narayana Bhagavan. Most of the people are Lakshmi Dasa. Even though their name may not be that, but Lakshmi Dasa, they are the servant to Lakshmi. Whereas this person is what? Narayana Dasa, committed to Narayana. And when you are committed to Narayana with exclusivity, means you have got exclusive commitment to Narayana, then you do not have to worry about your maintenance, your health or anything. You remain committed to Narayana. Whatever is required, Narayana will provide. And therefore, he is not elated if so many things come, and not depressed by not having anything. When you have commitment to Narayana, then the material achievement or loss does not affect you. It affects you because you are not committed to Narayana, or you are not exclusively committed to Narayana. Swamiji, I am what? I am not Lakshmi Das, Narayan Das. I am what? Lakshmi Narayana Das. Some people are very intelligent. Lakshmi and Narayana both they keep. So, okay, that also is good. At least you gave some place to Narayana. We are happy about it. But finally what? Narayana Paraha. When commitment to Narayana is there, you don't have to worry. Bhagavan says in the 9th chapter, Ananyashchintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Bhagavan says, I will take care. When you are committed to me, I will take care. But not the way you want, but the way it is needed. When you are on diet program, the food, what type of food you should eat is decided by what? Dietitian, not you. So you should say what? Now I am on diet program with the Lord. Bhagavan is my dietitian. Dietitian, not only food diet, all types of objects, let Bhagavan decide. People, they lose Shraddha. They say, Swamiji, I was worshipping Bhagavan, but Bhagavan did not provide me the ashram. Bhagavan did not provide me devotees, so I lose Shraddha in Bhagavan. That is not the way to commit to Ishvara. Let Ishvara take care the way he wants to take care. If you have insistence that, oh Bhagavan, every day you should give me 3-course meal, 4-course meal, then you are not committed to Bhagavan. You are committed to what? This meal. Sapadram you are. Then Bhagavan will not take care. So if you have commitment to Bhagavan, Narayana Paraha is a very important word. Narayana Para, being committed to Narayana, all these things do not matter. Na utsarpeta, na shushyeta. And like what? Like ocean is not elated, overflowing, or is drying up, getting dried up by waters of the rivers. Rivers flow into it, rivers don't flow into it. It doesn't matter. Ocean continues to be the ocean. Similarly, the learned person remains undisturbed by gain and loss of the material objects. In fact, that is a measurement of your commitment to Bhagavan. If you are really committed to Bhagavan, then you will not see how many people are coming, how many people are taking my picture, how many people are asking me for selfie. You will not consider that. Every now and then open that, is there a crowd or not? If that is your consideration, that I am doing Bhagavan meditation, I am doing the Kirtanam of Narayana, is there anybody seeing or not? then your commitment is not to Narayana, it's commitment to people. So in your life, when you are Narayana Para, everything will be provided. And when not provided, that also for your growth. Like once in a while, the doctor will say, you have to do fasting. It is not that doctor wants to hurt me or harm me. Doctor cares for me. Therefore, he prescribes fasting. Similarly, Bhagavan, by not giving foods for a day or two, he is prescribing fasting. And nowadays, this fasting is very, very important, they say. In Japan, one doctor, he got PhD, I think he got a Nobel Prize. And one object of his topic of his research is fasting. Fasting is important. So similarly, Bhagavan someday fast, starves me as it were. And therefore, he is never utsarpeta na shushyeta. As somebody said very nicely, he said, what is the attitude of a devotee? Devotee is like a person who is traveling by a boat and he is just looking at the boatman. Bhagavan is my boatman. My job is to look at the boatman and boatman will do its job. I don't have to see whether this boat is running, whether the machines are okay, the motor is okay, all this is not my job. I focus on the boatman. When you do that, there is no worry at all. No elation, no depression. Alright. Here Anvaya. Saridbihi sagaraha iva Narayana paraha munihi samruddha kamaha hinaha va na utsarpeta na shushyeta. Alright. Now, so we have completed 10 gurus. Now we are entering into the description of the 11th guru. 11th guru is Patangaha. Patangaha means the moth, small insect, which especially in monsoon, when there is any light or any heat, when the flame is there, then it goes into it. In Hindi they call it Roop ka Divana. So he is mad after this Roopam, this beauty, shining. So from that Patanga, from that moth, what is to be learnt is said in the next shloka. Drishtva striyam devamayam tadbhavairajitendriyah pralobitah patatyandhe tamasyagnav patangavat. Yes. Drishtva striyam devamayam tadbhavaihi ajitendriyah pralobitah patati andhe tamasi agnav patangavat. In this Avadhuta Geetam, 5 gurus are presented to teach the lesson of avoiding the undue attachment to 5 types of objects. What are the 5 objects? Shabda, sound, sparsha, touch, rupam, the form, beauty, rasa, taste, and gandha, smell. Human being has got attachment to these 5. And some people will be focusing on one of them or 2 of them. Experiencing these 5 objects itself is not a problem. In fact, the whole world is made up of these 5 only. See, now what you are experiencing? Sound, shabda. And you when you touch the flower or some smooth surface, you are experiencing touch. Shabda, sparsha, rupam. You are seeing everything. This wall is there, fan is there, rupam. Or you are generally rupam, they present in the context of beauty. You see sunrise, you see the beautiful child. So, beauty is there. Beautiful man, beautiful charming woman, beautiful woman, charming man. Generally, they don't use the word beautiful for a man. I don't know why. Man also is beautiful. But generally, they don't say that. Okay, beautiful woman and charming man. That is called what? Rupam. Rasa, dining hall. So some sweet is there, Mysore pak is there, vadai is there, parpu vadai. So there is vadai is there, papad, appalam. This. So that is what? Rasa. And of course rasam is there. Rasam is there. Some people are very fond of rasam. I always, in South India when I came, I started seeing rasam. And seeing and sometimes tasting also. I feel that is a cheating. What only water. I really, that is my feeling. And some people are so particular, they want only from the top. I said, this is further cheating. So at least you take some dal, no? If you stir it and give it, they will not take. They are so particular. Pure what, I mean, not pure, but spicy water, I think. Rasam, it has got so much taste. In fact, somebody told that the skill of the South Indian cook is decided by how he makes rasam. I said, my God, a spicy water banane ka bahut so important it is. Then somebody explained, this by the way, okay, but I'm always curious to know things. I said, why is it so? Then that lady, once somebody explained to me, he said, see Swamiji, in sambar and all, so many ingredients are there. So if you have made a mistake in one thing, it will be made up by the other thing. So many things are there. Whereas in rasam only water and some spice is there. Therefore you have to be very, very careful that everything should be proportionate. So that rasam, now you understand? Rasaha. Rasa means taste. And gandhaha, fragrance. So people are so much fond of this perfume industry. There are billions of dollars. I was saying, what is this? But that is there, perfume. And some country, I don't know which country, France or some country, this perfume very, very popular. And people spend thousands of rupees for that. Gandhaha. And these are the 5 objects people can be attached to. And if a person is just experiencing it and once in a while he is happy with that, that is okay. But sometimes some particular bhoga, experience of some particular object, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, person become obsessed with it. Like somebody is mad after the beauty of someone, charm of someone, then what happens? Loses discrimination. If I appreciate that this person is beautiful, manifestation of Ishvara, my namaskara to Ishvara who is manifesting in the form of this beautiful man or woman, no problem. It doesn't happen that much. Person sees the beauty and I want to enjoy the beauty, I want to enjoy the charm. And therefore, he becomes deluded. He loses his discrimination. Right and wrong are no more valid for that person. And that is criticized in Shastra. Seeing the beauty, appreciating the beauty, that is not a problem. But ajitendriyaha, not having the mastery over the organs, mastery over the mind and seeing the beauty, that with perverted mind you are seeing the beauty, then it becomes a problem. And that is criticized in Shastra not woman is criticized or man is criticized, nor beauty is criticized. But in Shastra, the description is such that many women feel offended. Why? Because it is presented that seeing this woman, people lose discrimination. And therefore, Swamiji, why we are presented in this manner? Are we just the object of indulgence, or we are a human being? We have our own dignity. So many people, they have hatred, distaste to this type of description. And it is a problem for the teachers of Vedanta like us. Why? Because most of our audience will be women. From there only we get bhiksha. They only take care of us, and we have to present this shloka. So there is a great risk of losing great audience, but still we manage. By giving proper perspective, woman is not criticized. The perverted mind, which is not having the mastery over the organs, that is criticized. And here also, the lesson to be learned from the moth is that the moth is seeing this fire shining and jumps into it, goes into it and dies. Similarly, people seeing the beauty, they lose discrimination, violate their dharma, commit papam, and because of that, their life is miserable here and hereafter. In India, you must be knowing that case of Raghuvamshi. Have you heard about Raghuvamshi case? Raghuvamshi murder case? Have you heard? Said one lady murdered her husband, got murdered, husband, because she was having affair with some staff of her factory. Enchanted by that person. And this is only one case came into light, but so many cases are there. Because of this enchantment to the beauty, the person loses discrimination. Nowadays we are not hearing so much, but few years ago it was very common, throwing the acid. Have you heard about this? Throwing acid. This boy sees the beauty and he wants to enjoy that beauty, and that girl denies, throws the acid. That is what? Papa karma, doing wrong. And because of that, in this life itself, this fellow will be put into jail, and afterwards also naraka. That is said here, ajitendriyaha. Ajitendriyaha means a person who has no control over the sense organs and the mind. Na jitani indriyani yena. The one by whom the organs are not mastered, that person is called ajitendriyaha. This is important word. Seeing the beauty is not a problem, but not having the mastery over the organs and the mind, that creates problem. Therefore, ajitendriyaha, striyam drishtva, having seen a woman. And here woman stands for man also. For women it is to be read as a man, purusham drishtva. And for man it is striyam. And generally striyam is written because man has got more problem in this area. They have to be more careful, because women are generally protected by their parents, and because of their feeling shy, etc., to some extent it is taken care of. They also have got urge, but somehow some factors are protecting them, and therefore generally they don't venture so much. Whereas these chances of man violating dharma, getting carried away are more. And therefore, striyam. Striyam drishtva. What type of striyam? Striyam is what? Deva mayam. Deva maya means enchantment of the Lord. So women and men, they stand for Deva maya. Deva maya means enchantment of the Lord, created by the Lord. So for man, women will be enchantment. Enchantment means the factor by which one is deluded, carried away. Magic spell is called enchantment. So Deva Maya is presented here, Striya is presented as Deva Maya. Object of attraction. Literally it means object of attraction, where one loses discrimination. Just as by Maya of Ishvara, all jivas are deluded. Similarly, by this woman or man, a person can lose discrimination, therefore they are called Deva Maya. It is not criticism of woman or man, it is a criticism of our inability to do Viveka. So Deva Maya means enchantment of the Lord, created, presented by the Lord. This person, Ajitendriyaha, pralobhitaha, tempted. Tempted by what? Tadbhavaihi, by their gestures, cajoling gestures, attractive gestures of women or men. Pralobhitaha, person is attracted, tempted. And then what? Andhe patati. This person falls into andhe tamasi, blinding darkness. Andha means blinding, tamas means darkness. Person patati falls into blinding darkness. Blinding darkness is a figurative way of presenting miserable situation. Miserable situation in this world and here thereafter. Thereafter means in Naraka. So Naraka and the miserable situation in this life are represented by andhe tamasi, blinding darkness. Why blinding darkness? Because you don't know how to get out of it. That type of miserable situation person falls into. And for that example is what? Agnau patangavat. Like, what means like, patanga, moth, is tamasi, moth agnau patati. Just as the moth falls into fire. Agnau means into fire. So just as the moth falls into fire because of being attracted, similarly man or woman falls into this miserable situation because of being tempted by this gesture, attractive gestures of other gender. We have to use in a comprehensive manner this shloka we have to understand. Otherwise it will look little derogatory, putting down this particular gender. So here it is said, just as patanga, moth, loses his life because of attraction to this light shining. Similarly, a person, if he is ajitendriyaha, means the slave to his organs and the mind, then person also lands in this miserable situation. Then what happens? This person's life will be revolving around that. He cannot achieve something higher. And thus, what is to be learned from Patanga? That Rupa Saktihi Nasha Hetuhu. The attachment, attraction, uncontrolled attraction to the beauty is the cause for destruction, cause for fall. Therefore, be careful. Especially when you have taken moksha as the primary goal of your life, you have to be more careful. The people who say, no, Swamiji, life is meant for enjoyment, for them also they have to be careful. There also in their bhoga, they have to have viveka, otherwise there also a lot of adharma will happen. So we will see so many premarital, extramarital affairs and all this. Why? Because of this. So even if you don't have moksha as your goal of life, still you have to have some viveka and you need to be careful. Let bhoga don't control your life. As a grahastha, you are allowed to have bhoga, but that should not become an obsession for you. That is the message conveyed by this patangavat. So patanga can be a guru giving what type of shiksha? Lesson? Vyatireka shiksha. I have told you there are two types of lessons. One is called anvaya, other is vyatireka. Anvaya means positive learning. Vyatireka shiksha means learning of avoidance. What is to be avoided? Don't become like patanga. Be like samudraha. Be like the ocean. So, positive lesson. Be like this bhuhu, prithvi. Be like akasha. But not like patanga. So, that is the lesson here. So, don't be carried away by this experience of beauty or seeing the beauty in man or woman. Alright, here Anvaya. Ajitendriyaha Purushaha Devamayam Striyam Drishtva Tadbhavehi Pralobitaha San Agnau Patangavat Andhe Tamasi Patati. Alright. So 11th Guru. Now 12th Guru is Madhukrut, honeybee. From honeybee also things to be learned. So 3 verses are there, 24, 25, 26, presenting the lessons to be learned from this Madhukrut honeybee. Stokam stokam grased grasam Deho varteta yavata Grihana himsannatishtet Vrittim madhukarim munihi. Stokam stokam grased grasam Deho varteta yavata Grihan ahimsan Atishtet Vrittim madhukarim munihi. So here it is said Munihi madhukarim vrittim atishtet. Munihi means a sage, a learned person. Atishtet should resort to, would resort to madhukarim vrittim. Madhukarim vrittim means the way of survival, the way of maintenance like honeybee. Madhukarim is like honeybee, vritti means way of surviving, way of sustenance. It's called vritti. So what is the message? A learned person, especially a sannyasi mainly, should resort to the way of survival similar to honeybee, called madhukari vritti. What is the meaning of survival like honeybee? So honeybee will be taking little this honey from every flower. It does not take away the full thing, little bit saram it takes, little bit essence of the flower it takes. And similarly, a sannyasi should collect food from different houses and should collect little from every house. Not complete food from one house. So collecting alms from different houses is called Madhukari Vritti. There are different types of vritti. One vritti we have already studied, Ajagari Vritti. Ajagari Vritti means what? Living like Ajgara. Don't go out for bhiksha. If your prarabdha is there, somebody will come and give you food. That is Ajagari Vritti. Require more vairagyam. Madhukari Vritti, little bit compromise. You go for bhiksha, but go to different houses and fixed number of houses. When he takes sannyasa, he decides 5 houses or 7 houses. Some people say, Swami, till I get full bhiksha, that many houses. No, that is not Madhukari Vritti. 5 or 7 houses you go, and in that, whatever comes you manage. In 3 houses itself you got enough. You felt that today is enough for that. Then don't go to the 4th house. But maximum 5 houses or 7 houses, whatever you have decided. And the idea is that sannyasi should not become a burden to anyone. In fact, the rule is that a person should go to the house when the smoke has stopped coming out. Means cooking is already done. And perhaps food is already taken. From remaining one, he should take. The person grihastha may have the feeling that I will give it after serving. But from his side, he should not go when smoke is going on. Smoke is stopped. Means cooking is not done for me, sannyasi. So sannyasi should not have that when I go, they should make special dishes for me. Whatever they have already cooked, from there I will take little. So little that it does not pinch them. You can imagine how much sensitivity is to be followed by a sannyasi in everything. Sannyasi is the one who has got one great vratam, ahimsa, not hurting, not causing any discomfort to anyone. And part of this is this Madhukari Vritti. Take so little that it does not bother them. And that is called Madhukari Vritti, which is described here. Stokam grasam graset. Munihi. Munihi means the sage. Graset, should eat. Grasam, food. Stokam, little. So, this sannyasi should eat little from every house. Yavata, by which dehaha varteta, body would survive. Earlier also we have seen how much should we eat? By which body survives. Body is sustained. So Munihi, a learned person, graset, should take and should eat little from every house, so that, or by which, dehaha varteta, the body is survived. So food is to be eaten like medicine. Bhikshaushadam bhujyatam. So food is like medicine. Just as medicine is required for the survival of the body, similarly food is also like medicine to be taken enough for survival of the body. And what is the spirit of the Madhukari Vritti? Grihan ahimsan. Ahimsan means not hurting. Grihan. Grihan literally means houses. But here it refers to the householders. Grihasthan. Not hurting the Grihasthan, he should resort to this Madhukari Vritti. Madhukari Vritti means way of survival like honeybee. Taking little from everyone. So the spirit is, the lifestyle of a sannyasi should be such that it does not hurt anyone. It is in harmony with totality, not hurting totality. So what is the lesson from Madhukara? that you lead your life in harmony with others, not hurting anyone for your bhoga. For your survival, don't hurt anyone. So somebody says, Swamiji, this is for sannyasi, how is it relevant to us? Here nobody is sannyasi. So to householder, how it is applicable? Householder, it is applicable in a different way. That if you happen to be the householder and people are there to cook for you, then you make sure, because of your fuss, because of your liking for different foods, you are not putting people into trouble. In Gujarat, it is more, perhaps I don't know South India. Generally, I don't think South Indians are so fussy. But in Gujarat, people are fond of variety. I know one family, their man says to his wife that every day you should make new variety. In fact, one person said, one lady told, in our house, same item will not be repeated for 1 month. Imagine. Every evening they have to cook different. And one man says, you don't know anything, you go and do Google research, Google search, find out, make new items. That should be avoided, and that is madhukari vritti for grihasthas. So grihastha should not put others into trouble for his or her survival. If I am coming late night, 11 o'clock, I should not say, no, my wife should be there to serve me. It is, you tell her that you sleep and I will take care of this. Not hurting anyone for my bhoga, for my survival, that spirit to be followed even by grihasthas. Some people are so fussy that the servant has to go to kilometers to get one particular item. You go and buy this for me. Go to the city, go to that place, wait and get this item for me. Even though it could be made here, no, it is not as tasty as yours. That is more tasty, this is not tasty. That can be avoided. If you are having the spirit of a sadhaka, as a grihastha, your madhukari vritti is what? Not disturbing others, not causing pain to others for your food requirement. Whatever is there, eat. And generally I have seen South India people, morning sambar sadam, evening sambar sadam, only is the rice is made fresh. Say morning sambar they eat in the evening. Generally that is how I think the South Indian men are little bit more accommodative. Little bit, not fully. So don't be too proud. So, I mean, this is my observation. Perhaps I might not have observed minutely, but generally I see. In North India, especially in Gujarat, I have seen people are so variety priyaha. So they are so fond of variety. This variety. Therefore, in Gujarat you will find so many varieties. In South India, that not so many varieties. At least I don't see. In Gujarat, in sweet there is variety. In this namkeen there is variety. Savory, so many varieties. That is to be avoided. If wife is fond of cooking and serving you, enjoy it, no problem. But don't make her, make Google search for your new varieties. That is your madhukari. So we have to always see relevance, no? Otherwise, he says, Swami, this is for sannyasi. For grihasthas also, it used to be translated in this manner. Alright. Anvaya here. Munihi stokam grasam graset yavata dehaha varteta evam gruhan ahimsan madhukarim vrittim atishtet. Alright. Now one more lesson is to be learned from the Madhukrut that is given in the next shloka. Anubhyashchama, nu is there, we have to pronounce na, tatadadana nu anubhyascha mahadbyascha shastrebhyah kushalo narah sarvatassaramadadyat sarvatassaramadadyat pushpebhya iva षट्पदः So some of you chant this is Adadyat. It is not the, it is Dya only. Adadyat. Not Adadyat. In South India, some people have this difficulty. They say Vidya. They don't say Vidya, it is a Vidya, not Vidya. Swamiji, I got lot of Vidya. No. The Vidya perhaps okay. But in Sanskrit there is a word Vandya. Vandya means salutable. One who deserves my salutation is called Vandyaha. Guruhu Vandyaha. And if you pronounce wrongly, what will be that? Guruhu Vandyaha. Vandyaha means useless, futile. One who does not produce anything is called Vandyaha. So you want to say, oh Guru, you are so Vandyaha. Guru will understand, no problem. But altogether different meaning. Therefore, let us be careful. Okay. So here, Anubhyaha cha, Mahadbhyaha cha, Shastrebhyaha kushalaha naraha sarvataha saram adadyat. Pushpebhyaha iva षट्पदः. So here example, which is in the form of Guru, षट्पदः. A particular bee which has got 6 legs. Shat means 6, pada means legs. 6-legged bee. How pushpebhyaha, from different flowers. Iva means like. Just as the षट्पदः, 6-legged bee, pushpebhyaha, from flowers, saram adadyat, takes up the saram, the essence. Sarvataha. Sarvataha pushpebhyaha. From all flowers, it takes up the saram, the essence. Similarly, kushalaha naraha. An intelligent person. Saram adadyat. Again we have to read. Should take up the essence. From what? Sarvataha shastrebhyaha. From all forms of scriptures. Whether it is a Vyakarana Shastra, grammar, Nyaya Shastra, the scripture dealing with logic. So all Shastras, Anubhyaha, small, Mahadbhyaha, big. From all, Sarvataha Shastrebhyaha, from all scriptures, big and small, intelligent person should take up the saram, the essence. Because the Shastras themselves cannot be perfect. Shastra has got its own limitations. So we have to take Lakshyartha, the implied meaning, the intended meaning. We should not take all the time the literary meaning. What is saram? What is the message Shastra wants to convey? That we should focus. Many people get carried away by the words of the scriptures, literary meaning of the words, and therefore they get confused. So our focus should be on what is the essence of the scriptures. Like you might have heard, those who have studied Mundaka Upanishad, there it is said, Dvasuparna Sayuja Sakhayo. There are 2 birds, Jiva and Ishvara. Therefore, duality alone is ultimate truth. Shastra telling. So there, the saram is that from the standpoint of the medium of manifestation, one and the same reality is appearing as Jiva and also appearing as Ishvara. That is the saram, that is the essence, but people get carried away by the literary meaning. And entire Shastram, all the details you cannot remember. So your focus should be what? Okay, I have studied this. From that, what is the final message to be conveyed? This. Therefore, after every shloka, I am telling you one or two sentences that this shloka has got this idea. So even though you may not remember the meaning of all the words, essence you remember. At the end of this camp, I am going to tell the essence of all essence. So finally, Swamiji, what I am going to give that take home message. So our approach is saram. Take the saram. Especially when your memory is not that great. You cannot remember all the details. So focus on what? Saram. Like what? Shatpadaha. Like just as the honeybee focuses on the essence of the flower, which is honey, he takes up. Similarly, focus on the saram. Always see the tatparyam, the commitment of the speaker. So here, whether small shastra or big shastra. And don't have this obsession with the details. You can't remember also, and sometimes details may be confusing if you are not able to take them in proper perspective. Therefore, be committed to the saram, the essence of all shastras. Small shastra, whether it is sadhana panchakam or a big shastra like Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, this focus on saram. That is the message. The Anvaya here. So here the message given is focus on the essence of the scriptures. That is to be learned from this six-legged insect honeybee. Anubhyaha mahadbhyaha cha sarvataha shastrebhyaha kushalaha naraha pushpebhyaha षट्पदः इव सारम आदद्यात. So that is second lesson from this Madhukrut. Now the third lesson will be given in the next shloka, which we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.